KILR. Killer Games.
Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to my tour around the world featuring Microsoft Flight Simulator 2002. And based on the last flight, maybe looking at the same, something's a little different. Yes, it is a little different. We got ourselves a new plane. So what do we have here? We have a Beech Baron. So we'll just kind of take a look at it from out here. There you go. So right next to Brown, because what will Brown do for you? They'll give you a new plane. That's what they'll do. Yep, so there is the plane. Looking kind of nice. And of course we have our virtual cockpit here. Not too bad. Resolution's a little weak there, but that's okay. I mean, this is a if it did that on FSX, I don't think people would be too impressed. But this is 2002, so this is an early version, obviously, of Flight Simulator, just before they started to really get things good. And of course, our control panel, which is, I think this is what it's supposed to look like in real life. Looks nowhere close. But, yeah, well, you know, minor details. But speaking of details that are hopefully not too minor, is the actual map of where we're going to go. So where are we? I thought this said French fries for a moment. We're right here at Duluth International. We're not at the French fries, and we're not at the French River. We're right here at Duluth International. And where are we going? Well, we're not going to France to get French fries. We are going over here to Grand Rapids, Minnesota, to get French fries at Lily Lake. No, we're not going there. We're going to Grand Rapids, Itasca County, Gordon Newstrom, KGPZ, right here. That is where we're headed. Why? Why are we going all the way this direction? Well, we're going to eventually go to Grand Rapids, Michigan, so I thought it might be interesting to go to Grand Rapids, Minnesota. It just seemed like an opportunity that would be a shame to pass up, so we're going to go here, whether you like it or not. Yeah, I'm the pilot. This is where I'm flying. And this is when everyone starts getting out of the plane. Sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and get things started on this plane. Just gotta figure out how. Turn all the batteries on for one. Let's see. Oh, magnetos. Well, that might help. Well, it looks like it wants to start. Maybe we'll turn on the fuel pump. How about that? Yes? Turn on prop sync, maybe? Well, I believe we are set to go here. Let's see, avionics are on. That's all set there. What about our lights? Lights look like they are good to go as well. We'll go ahead and tune into our air traffic. Well, we'll tune into ATIS first.
Duluth Airport Information Hotel 1923 Zulu weather. Winds calm. Visibility 150. Sky condition 4,900. Scattered. Temperature 12. Dew point 12. Altimeter 29902. ILS runway 9er. Approach in use. Landing and departing. Runway 9er. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. Read back all runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Hotel Duluth Airport.
Now, if you watched the last episode, or flight episodes, whatever, the last two of them, you'll know that I've been using EditVoicePack to go in there and actually put in the airport names instead of the, like in this case, it would be KGPZ. So instead of that, I went in there and used the existing voices to piece together the word Grand Rapids, Itasca County, Gordon, Newstrom. Just a mouthful to say, and it was a lot to try to get them to say for the most part. Kind of weird how it sounds, but here you go.
Duluth Ground Baron 13 Foxtrot IFR to Grand Rapids Itasca County Gordon Newstrom Field ready to copy. Baron 13 Foxtrot is cleared to Grand Rapids Itasca County Gordon Newstrom Field Airport. File fly runway heading climb and maintain 4,000. Departure frequency is 125.45 squawk 1023.
It was about. I probably didn't have to put all that. Maybe just Grand Rapids.
Baron 13 Foxtrot cleared at Grand Rapids Itasca County Gordon Newstrom Field Airport as filed. Fly runway heading climb and maintain 4,000. Departure on 125.45 squawk 1023. Baron 13 Foxtrot. Read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9. Good day. Duluth Ground Baron 13 Foxtrot with hotel ready to taxi IFR. Baron 13 Foxtrot. Taxi to and hold short of runway 9er using taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Gonna move that down there.
Taxi runway 9er via taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha. Baron 13 Foxtrot.
Try to get ourselves moving here. Let's see. I think we're supposed to take this way. Yep, this looks right. And we are rolling and rolling and rolling. Like I've got anti-aliasing on, but this thing is... Ooh, you know what? I think we need fuel. Let's go over here and get some fuel. Here's our fuel gauge. Oh, it's slowly going up. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. Looking good. Okay, now we'll continue going here. got anti-aliasing on, but you wouldn't think so by looking at it.
Duluth Tower, Baron 1-3 Foxtrot, ready for IFR departure, runway 9er. Baron 1-3 Foxtrot, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Baron 1-3 Foxtrot.
By the way, the snow's gone. We're finally truly in spring. At least in the simulator world. Maybe not real life, but we are in the simulator world. Okay, I think we'll have an interesting time here. Trying to get this thing to stay on the runway. And notice I can never turn the plane when the autopilot is on, even though I don't have the heading
Baron
or anything.
1-3 Foxtrot, contact Duluth, departure on 125.45, good day. Going to 125.45, Baron 1-3 Foxtrot, good day. Water ski 9er 030, descend and maintain 3,400. Descend and maintain 3,400. Water ski 9er 030.
Look at the red blinking lights.
Duluth departure, Baron 1-3 Foxtrot, is climbing through 2,400 for 4,000. Baron 1-3 Foxtrot, Duluth departure, roger. Current altimeter 29092, southwest 4378. Turn right heading 360, Baron 1-3 Foxtrot, you're at 62 miles east. Turn left heading 280, climb and maintain 4,000. Expect vectors for the ILS runway 34 approach. Current altimeter, Grand Rapids, Itasca County, guarded, Newstrom 29092. Turn right heading 360, southwest 4378.
We'll just get this thing to turn.
Baron 1-3 Foxtrot, turn left heading 280, climb and maintain 4,000. Expect vectors for ILS runway 34 approach. Baron 1-3 Foxtrot, turn left heading 250.
Yep, we are.
Turn left heading 250. Baron 1-3 Foxtrot.
These clouds look very cartoonish. I don't mean that in a bad way. They're very dreamy like. I mentioned that on a previous flight. I like the look. I mean, it's kind of like fantasy type, you know, not so much realistic, but it still has a really nice look to it, I think. That's a nice purr to the engine. It's got a really nice purr sound to it. It's very relaxing.
4378, you're 19er miles southwest, turn right heading 060, descend and maintain 3,400, cleared for the ILS runway 9er approach, maintain 3,400 until established on the localizer. Water ski 9er 030, turn right heading 330, turn right heading 330, water ski 9er 030, turn right heading 060, climb and maintain 3,400, cleared for the ILS runway 9er, maintain 3,400 until established on the localizer. Southwest 4378, water ski 9er 030, turn right heading 360, turn right heading 360, water ski 9er 030.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna like this plane. This is really nice, really smooth.
13 Foxtrot, turn right heading 280.
280. Okay, go that way.
Turn right heading 280. Baron 13 Foxtrot.
Good. All right. Yeah. Flying along. Oh, I think our speed might be a little too much.
Miles west, turn right heading 060, climb and maintain 3,400, cleared for the ILS runway 9er approach, maintain 3,400 until established on the localizer. Turn right heading 060, climb and maintain 3,400. Cleared for the ILS runway 9er, maintain 3,400 until established
okay, so
on the localizer. Water ski 9er 030.
Let's talk about something here. Hopefully we won't get interrupted too much. So I have 3 traffic programs that I can install on Flight Simulator 2002.
Baron 13 Foxtrot, traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 3,400, Boeing 737. Report them in sight.
At 4 o'clock, huh? Was it over here somewhere? Oh, I have no idea. I'm just going to say I can see it.
Baron 13 Foxtrot, have the traffic.
So I have this installed, right? MyTraffic 2004. And it's very good. I really enjoy this. But I have 2 other ones. I have Ultimate Traffic, and I have another one called FSTraffic 2002. Now this is done by Just Flight. They got the permission to use the FSTraffic title from Lego, L-A-G-O. I say Lego because I'm trying not to make it sound like the building block Lego, but so are they related? Not really. They just used the name. FSTraffic, the original one for Flight Simulator 98, Flight Simulator 2000.
4378. Contact Duluth Tower on 118.3. Good day. 118.3.
It's
Southwest
generated.
4378. Good day.
It generated air traffic based on ILS runways, and then you can actually record your own air traffic by use of a macro. Pretty much, you're the plane, you taxi, do whatever, and it records it, and then it plays it back. And so that was the only way to get air traffic in Flight Simulator 98, Flight Simulator 2000. Well, air traffic became a standard thing in starting with Flight Simulator 2002. So this is, different than the other version. Now I've been playing around with this on a different install, and at the moment I gotta say I'm not overly impressed with it. It didn't generate as much traffic as I was hoping One thing it does do is that it adds like 8 more voices or something. There's like 1 US voice, 3 British, and 3 German, or 4 British and 2 German, which is neat. That's kind of nice. That'll be useful when we, fly overseas or something. It's when I had the airport names in there, it didn't read them. It just gave the regular ICAO code. What else? Was there something else that annoyed me about that? Not the other thing too is when you talk to ATC, you can hear your pilot voice speaking to them, but when you have FSTraffic, if you're using their voices, it doesn't speak to them. You just hit like example, if I said request visual approach, my pilot will like blah 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 blah. If you're using the FSTraffic voices, you don't hear yourself. It just automatically assumes that you said something and it says Roger blah blah blah. So I'm not sure if I really like that. But you can set it up to where you can use both voice packs, or just the FSTraffic voice pack, or just the default voice pack. If you use just the default voice pack, then everything works the way it did before. But here is something that I thought was really annoying. The liveries for the airliners, they don't have a huge variety. And you got a couple of Airbuses, a 737, a 747, a 777, a Canadair regional jet, a Douglas DC-9, an MD-11. There's some more Airbuses there, 320. So you got a few different ones. But here are all the airlines: Aer Lingus, Alitalia, American, Britannia. The thing about American is that it doesn't have American Airlines. It just says, I think, Airlines, and it looks something similar. It's like they couldn't get the rights from American Airlines to put the paint job in there, although MyTraffic has it. So instead you just have Airlines. Britannia, Cathay Pacific, EasyJet, Eurowings. That's a magazine. Germania, Iberia, Korean Airlines, Lufthansa, Olympic, SAS, TAP, which is Air Portugal, Tyrolean, Virgin Atlantic, Air Canada, Air Nippon, Australian, British Airways, Continental, El Al, Finnair, Hamburg International, Japan Airlines, Lauda, Monarch, Qantas, Singapore, Thai, United Airlines, Virgin Express, Air France, America West, BMI, Buzz, Delta, Emirates, Flybe, Hapag, KLM, KTU, Northwest Airlines, Ryanair, Swiss International, Thomas Cook, and US Airways. That's it. Maybe you think, that's a lot. Did you notice I didn't say UPS or FedEx or DHL? They're not in here in FSTraffic. But we do have them in MyTraffic. And can you run them both at the same time? No, I tried. The MyTraffic, if once you activate it, it instantly deactivates the other one.
13 Foxtrot, contact Minneapolis Center on 134.55. Good day. 134.55 for Baron, 13 Foxtrot. Good day. Minneapolis Center, Baron, 13 Foxtrot, with you.
Baron 13 Foxtrot, Minneapolis Center, Roger. Current altimeter 2992.
Now let's go over the airlines that's in MyTraffic.
Minneapolis Center, Air Canada, 3654, with you, flight level
Aeroflot,
Air Canada,
not in FSTraffic.
Minneapolis Center, Roger.
Aerogaviota, not in there. Aerolíneas Argentina. Aeromexico, nope, that's not in there either. Aeropostale, African Safari, Agent, Air 2000. And there wasn't anything Africa in FSTraffic. Air 2000, Air. All right, Air Canada. Was Air Canada? Yeah, Air Canada's in there at least. Air France, Air Europa, Air Kazakhstan, Air Koryo, Air Luxor, Air Malta, Air New Zealand. I'm just in the A's. Allegro Air, Alliance Air. I don't even know if those were in there. No. America West, American Airlines, and it has the actual paint job for American Airlines. Here's some that I can't even pronounce. Avianca, Azerbaijan Airlines. And I didn't even go over all the A's. That's just some of them. Domo de Devo Airlines, Donbass, Dragon Air. Oh, was Delta not in here? Oh yeah, Delta's in there. Okay, so Delta's in FSTraffic. Dragon Air's not, though. So Lufthansa? Is that? Yeah, that's in there. Georgian Airlines? No. GoFly, Great China, Gulf Air. So it's amazing. MyTraffic has got a lot of planes, a lot of liveries in there. This is a fantastic air traffic program, I gotta say. This video was brought to you by No, it wasn't. We'll get around to using FSTraffic. Just not right now. Like I said, I did it on another install. What I basically did is I copied my 2002 folder over to VMware. Ironically, it's the same one I'm using for Flight Simulator 2000. And I installed FSTraffic hit. That's another thing, the install part. So FSTraffic from Just Flight, it's got some issues when it comes to installing. I think it has something to do with the secure ROM. If you try to install it with Windows 7, it'll get to a spot on the install where it says validating disk, and it will be stuck there. It like freezes up half of your system and it doesn't go anywhere. I was not able to get it to work, which is the reason why I copied it and put it onto a Windows XP virtual machine. It worked there. So something that you'll want to keep in mind if you do want to try FSTraffic 2002. Keep in mind it ain't going to work on Windows 7 and probably 8 and 10 because of the copy protection scheme that's on there, and the fact that Microsoft got rid of they did some type of update to Windows that prevented that secure ROM from being used. But there's even a tool from Just Flight that allows you to like reactivate it on a temporary basis to install a program and then turn it off. But that didn't even work either. I had to use that program in order to get FScene installed. Oh, well, we're not far from the airport, are we? About 16 miles.
Continental 8752. Contact Minneapolis Center on 126.45. Good day.
126.45, Continental 8752. Good day.
Charlie Tango Kilo, please expedite your descent to flight level 310.
See, what is CTK? I've seen that before. Charlie Tango Kilo. What is that? I should probably look at my traffic box or something and see what it is.
Charlie Tango Kilo, please expedite your descent to flight level 310.
So the airport is off in this direction over here somewhere.
Minneapolis Center, Northwest 1766 is climbing through 106
West 1766. Minneapolis Center, Roger. Altimeter 29902. Baron 13 Foxtrot. Contact Minneapolis Center on 118.05. Good day.
118.05. Baron 13 Foxtrot. Good day. Minneapolis Center, Baron 13 Foxtrot. With you. Baron 13 Foxtrot. Minneapolis Center, Roger. Altimeter 29902. Baron 13 Foxtrot. Turn left heading 245. Turn left heading 245. Baron 13 Foxtrot.
So what was that one? CTK? I don't even know if I'm going to find it in here.
Baron 13 Foxtrot. Turn right heading 275. Baron 13 Foxtrot. You are 15 miles southeast. Turn right heading 315. Descend and maintain 3,400. Clear for the ILS runway 34 approach. Maintain 3,400 until established on the localizer. Switch to advisory on 122.8. Turn right heading 315. Descend and maintain 3,400. Clear for the ILS runway 34. Maintain 3,400 until established on the localizer. Advisory on 122.8. Baron 13 Foxtrot. Traffic, Baron 13 Foxtrot is 14 miles southeast inbound on the ILS runway 34.
Ourselves here. Oh, maybe. I might keep ourselves here. I'm having to pull this thing up. So here is the Grand Rapids area, the lake. Interesting to see how this all develops with all the different simulators. This thing likes to go. Look at that! I have to hold the. I have to hold it up in order to. Can't imagine trying to play this with a keyboard. I think it might have been the trim. Yeah. If I adjust the trim, it's a little better. we're still too low, apparently, based on that. There we go, there's a white light.
Traffic, Baron 13 Foxtrot is 5 miles south inbound on the ILS runway 34.
Just making sure that that was actually making sure it was down. This thing has a speed brake. It's kind of nice. This is a nice plane, and it's a default plane too. Still going in faster than what I like. I'm so used to flying a Cessna. Whoa, okay. My controller doesn't do brakes very well. It's like you hit it and it's like, eh. I gotta make some adjustments to my controls. Well, I'm glad they had us land here. There's a couple of grass runways over in this direction. I think we're about to see one of them. It's like one's like right here, and there's another one over there. Is that it? Yeah, there's one right there.
Traffic, Baron 13 Foxtrot is clear of the runway.
And we'll just come over here and park. Can I interact with this stuff? Nope. Still can't interact. Hey, there's a clock there. Yeah, still can't interact with this stuff. Wasn't sure, but I figured I'd give it a try. Yeah, I think this spot works. Alright, let's see. Turn off avionics. And... cool. Well, we're here. We're here at Grand Rapids, Minnesota, Itasca County, Gore Newstrom Field. Thanks for joining me on this flight, and do be sure to check this out on the other simulators to see how they compare and just see what I did with them. We were talking about FSTraffic and how I use it on Windows or Flight Simulator 98 and 2000, so check those out to see what I did with those. I do some custom ATC communication with those, so it's kind of fun. Anyway, I will see you on the next leg of our journey. For more future Flight Simulator content, consider leaving a like and subscribing. There's also other videos you might want to check out where we fly this same flight on other flight simulators. Thanks a ton for watching, and I'll see you around. Watch out for the birds.